So guys, I hate to say it, but there is a big misdirection that's going to come from the Fed, from the media, and even some of our favorite YouTubers are going to fall for the narrative as well, and I want to make sure you guys know exactly what's going on. I know that's not really shocking to you guys at all, but a lot of people fell into the trap last summer and at the beginning of this year, and I want to make sure that you don't fall into it again because the setup that's going on right now is actually lining up perfectly for the exact same trap to be laid again. So we're going to get into all the details on that here in just a second, but I got to take time and thank everybody for getting us to 1,000 subscribers already on the new channel there. I'm just completely blown away that it's blown up that quick, that fast, and I really appreciate that support. We cover finance, we cover, wealth building, retirement, entrepreneurship, just those type topics over there. So absolutely check out the pinned comment there if you're interested in that sort of content. But again, thank you guys for all the support over there. It's super awesome to see. I'm having a lot of fun with those type videos too, because they're completely different than these. So let me know what your feedback is and all that. And again, thank you guys very much. All right, so I actually broke all this down in my group last week for them in a video that I put out there, and make sure you check out the pinned comment too if you want to join there. Now just keep in mind, those videos are raw, they're completely unfiltered, but I absolutely discussed this exact misdirection that's coming, the examples from prior and everything else. So I wanted to share that here with you guys today. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the new video that I released on the new channel there, which is actually where I post, exclusive videos here for this group here on that same exact channel there. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure you leave feedback over there under that video, underneath the comment section there to help with the algorithm and all that sort of stuff. But definitely give me your feedback there over in the Discord, same exact thing. But let's talk about CPI and specifically what the Fed's going to do next. And let's be honest, guys, this was a mixed CPI report at best. I don't think it proved, the doves or the hawks anymore right or wrong. I definitely think in regards to where the economy is going to go, I think we're going to see another good GDP report, which again just reiterates to the Fed, and I think this is kind of where it's going to push the Fed. It reiterates to the Fed that what they're doing is working, and they're still not breaking things within the economy here. Now, we can debate that all day long, but the data is specifically pointing towards, hey, we still haven't broken anything yet. We finally saw some marginal itty-bitty softening in the labor market. I think we could see a lot more. I think the Fed would actually be more inclined to pause if they felt there was a lot more softening there, but we haven't gotten a huge softening there yet. We still aren't even into the fours in regards to unemployment yet. So I think they feel they have leeway to kind of do whatever they feel is necessary in this fight with inflation. So I know there's a lot of talk about, hey, they'll probably pause in September, and then obviously the November meeting at that stage is going to kind of be where the big decision comes. I personally think they raised at a minimum 0.25 at that time, and I don't think 0.5 is off the table either in between, because obviously we'll get one more reading in between that time. And so that's just what I think is going to happen, guys. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to raise at least one more quarter point, if not, 0.5 or 2 quarter points, or however they decide to divide that up. It's kind of going to be up to them. They haven't really given us any indication one way or another as to how they want to do that, but that's absolutely where I think they're going to go. So what's Wall Street going to do in the meantime, especially if they pause next week, the meeting next week, they decide to take a pause and wait and see, depending upon what narrative takes over. You could start seeing some of those wild narratives like the Fed's done, it's over with, we're going to see cuts real fast. Remember, back as far as January of this year, there was folks on YouTube and the media everywhere saying, hey, the Fed's going to be done by the summer. They're going to start cutting rates by summertime. They have to. And of course, we were right here saying, that's not true. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to hold rates steady all the way to 2024 at a minimum. We were saying that, at the beginning of this year, end of last year, and that's absolutely what held true. Because of course, then it moved from, oh, it's not going to be the summer, it's going to be the fall. Oh, it's not going to be fall, it's going to be late in the year. Oh, now they're probably saying, oh, now 2024. It's like, come on, guys, it's the same exact narrative trying to get stocks pushing further. Let's just let everything play out as it is. So I'm kind of giving you this as kind of my opinion. This is based upon not any crazy chart or graph or my grand wisdom or anything else like that. So far, over the past year and a half plus, the Fed has pretty much stuck to whatever they said they were going to do, they have done. I'm not saying they didn't make mistakes in the past or anything else like that. They absolutely did. They've absolutely screwed away a lot of different things. But in terms of communicating, man, when they've changed their stance, they've given us months worth of preemptive, hey, we may raise rates more. Hey, we could see a little bit further going in regards to rate hikes or a little bit more aggressive rate hikes. They've been very consistent with that messaging all the way through. And that right now is the current message from the Fed is, hey, there could be 1 or 2 more rate hikes to go. And this report right here, to me, gives absolutely no reason for them not to go ahead and take advantage of or not to go ahead and do those last 2 rate hikes, 1 or 2, depending upon how the data looks in between then and now. So to me, that's absolutely what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to stick with. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what the rumor is that Goldman Sachs or Chase or this person says this or they're hearing that, or one of the Fed chairmans from, I don't know, St. Louis or Dallas or wherever comes out and makes a statement. Doesn't matter. Those sorts of things I almost think they're just out there just to distract, or it's almost like there's some other motive behind a lot of those sort of things whenever I hear it. But in terms of what actually comes out of the final meetings and what Jay Powell's been saying, that's absolutely what he's been saying. So unless they say something different next week, which of course we'll, obviously be watching that and seeing, I expect to see, the 0.25 or 0.5 or 0.25, 0.25 over the course of the next couple of meetings if they indeed pause right here in September. So we'll wait and see what all happens there, but that's what I think the Fed's going to do. That's kind of what I think the media and the narrative and all the other things are going to be around it if they absolutely do take a pause here in September. I still think we're going to get the raise in November, but I could see everybody going wild and we end up with a situation like we had last summer. If you remember last summer in June, it went from, hey, Fed's going to go 0.75 again. And then magically by the time August and by the time we got to the September meeting last year, it was the Fed's done raising, which the Fed never said anything. That's the reason why the Jackson Hole speech happened and a lot sort of things that kind of created that market. But it was a massive rally based upon absolutely nothing. So I just want to, all of us to understand that if that narrative starts to, get pushed and gets pushed really, really aggressively, and we see a massive rally, for me, I'm going to be a little skeptical about that rally because if Jay Powell slams on the brakes again at that October meeting at that stage, obviously we're going to see a big downtrend in stocks. Now, of course, let's say they run up 20% and then it falls down 15%, you're still at 5% overall. So it's still a good deal. But nonetheless, that's absolutely a scenario I could see playing out. I just wanted you guys to be aware of it and to kind of understand and kind of keep the bigger picture in mind here that, hey, realistically, that's what we're going to see. If we don't see that, it's more of a gift. There's no inside information or anything else out there, unless he changes what his messaging is here, next week. So outside of that, that's kind of the way I read it. I don't have a lot of concern. Everything else is actually moving along nicely, as good as it can be, given all the different circumstances and all the different things going on in the world right now. Really couldn't ask for too much better. Again, not great, but we are still moving in the right direction overall. And we'll wait and see what happens from here. So anyways, and remember, if you want to see 3, 4, 5 videos like that a week, you want to see my watch list complete with price targets, my buying stuff, you want to take 5 courses for free, you want to use that stock analyzer tool completely for free, and you want to be a part of this best 6, 7, and 8 figure Discord that's out there, and you want direct access to me to be able to slide into my DMs or jump on our live Q&As that we do weekly. And there's a ton more coming to the group, like earnings call trainings and a lot of other seminar type activities like that are absolutely coming to the group. Make sure you check out the pinned comment, as I might have left something special down there for you guys. So check it out and see if it's right for you. And click here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.